They had to go. Are you feeling overwhelmed by all of the conflicting advice and information available about fat loss and how to make fat loss happen for you? With so many different diets and weight loss plans out there, it is hard to know where to start. During my 80-pound weight loss journey, I noticed fat loss being easier when I did not permit myself to eat certain foods.
What you talking about, Tressey?
Granted, there are no good or bad foods. There are simply foods that work best and least effective based on our goals. Some foods and food types act as a catalyst towards change for our goals, and others as agents that pull us away from our goals or keep us kind of in limbo. Whether you are wanting to lose weight, maintain your current weight, or gain some healthy weight, I've traveled all of these roads. I am a firm believer and supporter of portion control and the quality of foods we eat to get us to our desired outcome in a way that sticks around for the long haul. By the way, quality and quantity are the foundations for making healthy eating a lifestyle. Here are 5 foods I drastically cut the consumption of to give me the results I wanted easier in both mind and body. I got tired of fluctuating up and down in weight and how my body appeared. Yet the thought of slashing my calories anymore made me want to cry and give up. I did not want to eat another salad where I tried to convince myself that I was satisfied and full. I wanted to eat food. Experience a variety of textures and flavors. Instead of quitting on myself again, I looked for ways to improve the types of foods I was eating to see if that would make a difference. The first food to walk the plank, so to speak, was deep fried foods. Line up fried chicken, french fries, fried plantains, fried bananas. When I was being honest with myself and self-aware, I could not deny the impact fried foods had on my mental and physical health. I felt heavy and weighted down in mind and body. My belly was full to the touch, yet my brain was stuck on highway, give me more food. I would be willing to go so far to say that most of our digestion is not suited for nor healthy enough to properly digest fried food without damage to our gut terrain. What do you think? When I ate fried foods, my mind literally lost its ability to downregulate the girl, you have had enough signal. To make weight loss work for me while tickling my taste bud pleasure sensors, one of the best investments by far has been a Ninja Grill air fryer. I get to still enjoy all of my favorite fried foods while consuming half the fat calories, yet retaining and even increasing the taste experience. Added bonus is air fryers decrease the cooking time and the cleanup time. That's a win-win for us foodies, yeah? The second food that had to be cut in order for me to lose 80 pounds was eating excessive amounts of oils and other high-fat foods. And this one, you probably should have saw this one coming. For weight loss, it is important for you and I to be mindful and aware of the amount of oils, mayo, nut butter, ghee, butter, nuts, seeds we consume. Eating adequate amounts of healthy oil is good for our hormones, fullness, and internal and external skin, but food cooked in large vats of oil makes them less compatible and conducive when fat loss is the path we're on. My youngest son makes a batch of gluten-free pancakes that rivals the best of pancakes. They are so fluffy and flavorful. I'm telling you, no maple syrup, honey, jelly, nothing is required for these pancakes. I do like to dabble and have a little bit of ghee. That taste experience, the pancakes with the ghee, whew, my. The thing is, because those pancakes are so fluffy and so light, they tend to drink up a lot of the oil. And if I am not mindful of that, I could very easily eat upwards of 400 extra calories, because a tablespoon of oil is 120 calories per serving. And that does not even include other items that I eat alongside those pancakes. So here's a tip for you. Stop yourself from eating no fat or low fat. That seems to stall over consuming oils or fats when we do eat them. Good fat is not our enemy nor the root of declining health. I like to notice myself eating just enough quality fat to get the overall wonders essential fats offer. That's a nice sweet spot. This next one made the list of foods I put distance between how often I consume solely for gut healing purposes. Years of ignoring the subtle signs and warnings of my delicate digestion, I had to acknowledge that my body, my gut, is not happy with bread. It doesn't matter if it's wheat or gluten-free bread, it simply does not sit well. Well, it sits. I don't know if it's the refined flours, yeast, sugar, gums, little to no fiber in the bread that has my stomach looking and feeling painfully distended. Yet my brain says, Tressey, you're not full, as it releases the give me more chemicals that activate my hand to connect to my mouth, to connect to the another bite and then another bite and then another bite. For some time, I had to ditch bread, repair some of my gut stuff. Now, when I do permit myself to eat bread, I hold myself accountable to not eat more than 2 slices of bread a week. So if we go dining out, please, for the health of our relationship and my gut, keep the bread basket away from me. And here's a little secret that I'll share with you. To keep my belly looking and feeling lean when I go out on events or on a date with my honey love, I will not eat bread or any breaded item. I found that eating those types of foods when out is a surefire way for some stretch in my form-fitted outfit, for it to be stretched out in places that it was not stretched out before I left the house, places I didn't intend for it to be. Another food item I had to discipline myself to cut down on was chocolate chip cookies, cinnamon muffins, almond butter cups. Desserts offer no real nutritional value, this we know. Desserts can, however, tap into our brain's pleasure region. The spike of feel-good dopamine dessert releases, that is what needs to be monitored when weight loss is our objective. I am not about to ask you to break up with dessert. You and I know that's not going to happen. Let's not kid ourselves by making some meaningless pledge. It's a waste of both of our mental and emotional time, okay? To build discipline when it comes to dessert. During my weight loss journey, I set the standards for myself, especially at special events like weddings, milestone birthdays, or retirement parties, that I would only consume 1 dessert. I could no longer permit myself to eat every celebratory cake, pie, or cookie at every single event that popped on my calendar. It wasn't helpful. Having boundaries and standards in place beforehand made attending those events more manageable and kept my goals well within reach. If you find you're wanting desserts more than your waistline is comfortable with, why not opt for wonderful natural sweetness of fresh in-season fruit? I know it's not the same, but you're in a stage you're in, not one you'll be in forever. That is what makes eating fruit a great way to get in the sweet taste with a side of hydration, fiber, and it cleanses us, something that we want. We want our body to cleanse out those extra fat cells, because at the end of the day, fruit really is nature's candy. Next on the chopping block, processed foods. This was the hardest for me because most processed foods with this perfect ratio of sugars, fat, and tasty goodness is so hard to walk away from. I eventually had to accept the fact that my desire for my body to feel better, move better, and yes, look better would require me to cut out processed foods for a period of time. I noticed my body holding on to more water, looking and feeling puffy, stiff, and sluggish after eating too many processed foods. For my 51st birthday last year, I treated myself to 2 months of no processed foods. Can I just tell you, my skin looked amazing. My energy stayed consistent throughout the day. And by the time the holidays rolled around, my relationship with food was in a much better place. Eat well, stay active.